Hi FlossTube. This is Rolanda, Stitching Addict with you, and I'm glad that you were able to join me today. I know it has been forever and a day since I uploaded a video, but the last couple of months have been absolutely brutal with school and life, and yes, I have a flippy hair, and all kinds of other stuff. So, yeah, I will show you what I've been stitching on, show you some haul, and do a life update in this video. Not very exciting, I know, but what can you do, eh? That is just the way it is. Sorry, just got an email. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, so what I've been stitching on, I started One Nation Under God by Twin Peaks Primitive. I know this isn't my normal fancy lady and everything else, but this one just kind of reached out and grabbed me. So I've been working on that. I'm doing it on a fat goodness, a fat half of antique white, 32 count, 2/2. So I will grab this. You can tell how organized I am. There we go. Alright. So, this is absolutely massive. So, here's what I've done. And I'm doing it all in DMC. I'm not doing it in the called for, I believe it's WIPS Dye Works. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not doing it in the called for WIPS Dye Works. I'm just doing it in DMC. I like it, but I'm not willing to spend the money on the WIPS Dye Works stuff. Okay, here we go. Put that to the side. The other thing that I'm working on is I started this one after I needed something cutesy to work on because life was not going as planned. So I needed something cute to work on and something that I could just easily transport. So I'm doing Happily Ever After. This is Frosted Pumpkin. I'm doing it 1/1 on 25 count even weave, and this is stormy sky, stormy something or other. But that's what I'm working on. Working with that. So that's my little evening project now. It'll be super tiny. I'm almost to the top here. This is how wide it's going to be. This is an 8x8. I have one more row down here to do. But this is my movie project for the evenings. Yeah, I needed something to cheer me up, and this was a start that I could quickly do. The rest is haul. I will do that, and then after that I'll do a life update for anyone that wants to watch that. I will do that at the end because it's quite long. So, oh my goodness, I keep getting emails. Sorry guys. It's called Everybody Wants a Piece of Me. All right, so I will start with this here. I got this off of our local virtual garage sale website. There's a lady, she's going through all of her stuff in storage, and she knows that I'm a lavender and lace Mirabilia fan, so anytime she finds one, she lets me know, and then I let her know whether I have it or not. So this is Secret Santa. Super cute. I don't know when I'll stitch it, but I will hang on to it in any case because it's cute. I've gotten my thread of the month from Handed by Rolanda on Etsy. I'm sure I've gotten more, but it's been over 4 months since I've done anything here. So, well, okay, not quite. March 14th was the last time. So yeah, it's been a while. I got my Gentle Arts thread of the month from Stitch It Central. I have Heirloom Gold, Hollyberry, Highland Heather, Huckleberry, and Hibiscus. And then I got some pieces of fabric that I ordered September of last year, or was it the year before? Yeah, it's been a really, really long time. But Stitch It Central finally got them in and shipped them out to me. So this is 32 count Mystic by Full Stitches. I thought this would be a bit more blue than it is. It's not showing up true on the screen. It's almost a grass green, quite honestly. It's really bright. I will show you what I'll be stitching on that in a minute. It just came in my package that I got today. And that's a fat quarter. This is 28 count Poseidon. I need to serge those edges yet, but I will explain why I haven't at the end in my life update. This one is for Fairy Guide by Pashi Narissimo. I started it on a different fabric and I hated it, so I went ahead and ordered the called for fabric. Alright, so that's that. And I just got this lovely parcel just now. I walked over to my mailbox and picked that up. And I haven't even unpacked it yet. I was very excited to show everybody what I had gotten. And that's the end of that package. Alright, we're just going to make sure that... yeah, it has been a bit of a... It's been a little while since I've ordered a whole lot of stuff. So I am picking up another order at Lizzie B's this weekend, weather permitting. Yeah, I want to go to the city this weekend. But I ordered Sleeping Princess by Mirabilia. And this one is going on that green fabric. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And on that green fabric, it'll look stunning. I ordered another Stony Creek pattern, and this one is... Oh, it's not even very big. That's happy. Anyway, it's Glory to the Newborn King. Yes, it is a Christmas pattern, but that's okay, because I like it. Yeah, it doesn't really require a whole lot of anything. I am going to have to see if I could get my hands on the buttons without going to Stony Creek. Yeah, it's been tough getting supplies in the last while here in Canada, at least for me. Like DMC and things like that. It's been rough. I normally go a couple times a year. I cross the border and go to Joann's or Hobby Lobby when they're having one of their great big sales and pick up like a whole ton of DMC, but that hasn't been an option for me or anybody. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to go into politics. I'm trying to keep this channel politics free as much as possible. I will just say that our current leader, I'm not a fan. If that makes you unsubscribe. Sorry, my opinion. Needles, because we always need needles. I'm down to my last 2 in my pack that I have. Okay. Here we go. I did order some fabric. This is a fat quarter of 28 count Joblin. I believe this is lamb's wool. Lamb's wool Joblin. And this is another one of the same. One will be going to this, and one will just be going into my stash. Because the lamb's wool works so well with so many different things. So this one goes in stash. And then I got a half yard of 32 count Joblin even weave in antique white. I use this frequently, so when it goes on sale or I can find it, I buy half a yard, like a fat half. So that's exciting. And then I got all the beads. Got lots and lots of beads. And petite treasure braid. And a whole whack ton of DMC for this and for Glory to the Newborn King, plus a bunch that I was out of. So, yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I got floss, so I'm very happy for this. I'm starting to run low. I believe my next start will be October Opal Fairy. She's been calling my name. She's been calling my name real loud. And so, yeah, I'm thinking that's most likely what I will be starting with. And this will give me, I just got some new box sets of DVDs, so this will keep me occupied when I'm not stitching. Some days my eyes just can't do any more looking at things. As a bunch of you know, or if you've been watching any of my videos from the last 8 months, 6 to 8 months, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to school to finish up my degree in graphic design, to get my BA, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, there's been, oh boy, since March, I live in Manitoba, Canada, and we have had an incredibly ridiculous year so far, weather-wise. Every week, literally every week this year so far, we have had a storm. Most have been blizzards, and we literally had like a week and then all my snow was gone, or at least 98% of it. There were like little piles where it was a bit deep, like where there were big drifts, but for the most part it was all gone. And then we got a blizzard that dumped what we had gotten in all of the storms previous to that. This was not this last weekend, the weekend before. And that was a 3-day blizzard. So we were effectively snowed in. And so, yeah, that was a little crazy. I wasn't snowed in just because of the way that my house is and faces and everything with all of that fun stuff. I was able to get out with my SUV, and my SUV is a bit lifted and has larger winter tires, so that was good. So I was still able to get out. My parents were not so lucky. So yeah. Anyway, we got dumped on roughly the same amount that we have gotten in all the other storms from the beginning of January till that weekend. And then in that weekend, we got the same amount of snow that we had over the entire winter. And then last weekend, we had an absolutely massive rainstorm. So we had double the snow we would normally have in a normal winter. And then we got... Okay, I'm in Canada. I'm trying to think of what it is in inches. I just know that here in the city that I live in, we got about 50 millimeters. 50 millimeters. Let me see what that is in inches. We got between 50 and 60 millimeters, according to the Weather Channel. Millimeters to inches. Like, that was in one day. It's 2 inches if it's 50, and if it's 60, it's about 2.5 inches. And we got that in overnight. So it was like overnight and during the day. It was terrible. Like, my whole backyard and my whole front yard were all flooded. Saturday morning I woke up and my pipes were gurgling under my floor, and I have no basement, so I'm literally like flat on the ground, and the pipes run underneath. And I ended up calling the emergency or the after hours city utility guy, because I literally thought my pipes were about to burst. They didn't, and he was able to reassure me and tell me, no, it's most likely this, but if they do burst, there's not a whole lot that we can do because you don't have a sump pump to pump the water away from your house. If it happens, it happens. There's not much we can do about it. So yeah, I was very, very lucky that my pipes did not burst. My parents, on the other hand, had flooding in their basement. Their sump pump, or the pump that pumps the rainwater and all of that, away from their house into the city sewage system, it stopped working. So 3 of their rooms in their basement were flooded. One had just linoleum, so that was fairly easy to clean up because, well, it's linoleum, right? The other 2 rooms was the office and our cold storage. And the office and the cold storage both still had carpeting in it from when the house was built in the early 90s. So yeah, I spent my Saturday at my parents' house ripping out, moving furniture and helping to rip out very, very, very old carpeting. So yeah, that happened. My parents have been replacing that floor with laminate hardwood. They got a new sump pump that seems to be doing the job. Yeah, so that was that. Still dealing with all of that at my parents' house. All the while, I'm still in school and still trying to keep up with everything. My dad and I have an Etsy shop, and my mom and I have an Etsy shop, and both have been extraordinarily busy, which is awesome. I've been shipping a lot of stuff out lately. We're waiting for some shipments of new things, but that's just taking its sweet time to get here. But yeah, it's good. Business is good, which is awesome. School. Now on to the school news. Okay, so my term, like my last semester, ended at the end of March. Like it ended March something. Like, I'm just checking on my other screen. It ended, my last day of classes was March 31st was my last day of classes. And April 4th, we started back to school again. We did not have a break, not a decent one. Normally, between semesters, we get a 1-week break. We did not get that, which meant that the administration didn't get that either. And in that week, normally what they do is they iron out all the kinks. They get us into like the online classes that we're supposed to go with. They put in the correct class links. They make sure that everything is there that's supposed to be there. They finish switching around who's in what class. We didn't get that. So we started on the Monday, and right away I wasn't able to get into my first class until after it had started because the link was down and it wasn't working and all kinds of other crazy. Then I had the next day I had a class again in the morning. Again, couldn't get into the class because the link was broken. And then I had a night class, which that one I could get into no problem. That wasn't the issue there. And that class has been fine. My Thursday and Friday courses, I had to do some shuffling around there as well because I was listed to be in the morning class and the afternoon class for both of them, which doesn't work, obviously. So student services was having to try and deal with all of that stuff, and then for the next week I had already started the assignment for my Monday class, and then I got switched to be in a different class, which met Monday night, which was all fine. but it switched me to a different professor, which required a different set of rules for how the assignment was submitted. Yeah, that was fun. Basically, there was a lot of class shuffling going around, and not everybody knew what was going on, and just stuff like that, you know. So it was the month from hell. Not gonna lie, it was the month from hell in the month of April. Now I'm 5 weeks into a 12-week course, and I finally have a schedule down and have everything figured out, and I was actually able to file my taxes on Wednesday. Like, it was such a bizarrely crazy, busy, insane month that I didn't even have time to get my taxes together. So yeah, and my dad has been having health issues, my mom has been having health issues, my dog has been having health issues. Yeah, April, not a good month. That's why I needed to do the fun frosted pumpkin stitch, because, yeah. And I decided to do it 1/1, simply because I can see the holes in this very clearly. I don't know. There you go. You can kind of see the holes. Like, that's super easy to work with fabric. So that's why I went with that. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's, oh, and then in the month of April, I also had to buy a different vehicle. So yeah, it's been crazy. So there's kind of my life update on what's been going on with me and why I haven't been posting and whatever. But yeah. And I got a new phone and had to redo all my passwords. I had to reset 90% of my passwords because for whatever reason, when you switch phones, your Apple keychain I don't know what was going on, but anyway, it was a disaster. So, but the phone works, which is beautiful. And now I'm ready to actually enjoy doing school again, because I had to meet all new professors, learn how they wanted things done, and all of that. So anyway, that's the end of my little rant. I will leave you with happily ever after, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that I forgot to at the beginning of the video, but welcome to all my new subscribers. Welcome here. Thank you to anyone who has been watching me for a while. I'm very happy that you're still enjoying my videos, and yeah, that's about it. I will link everything below, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. All right, see you guys. Happy stitching.